Live from Atlanta, Georgia, from the Fox 5 studios, this is Good Day Atlanta.
Our next guest has had 8 open heart surgeries, and he's not even 30. But former Atlantan Barry Brandon has beaten the odds and incredibly kept a sense of humor through it all. He's sharing his inspirational story in a performance that truly is straight from the heart. Barry, good morning.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And welcome back to Atlanta.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel at home.
Yeah, you should feel right at home here. First of all, let me ask how you're feeling. How you doing?
Amazing.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
okay. You just had your 8th surgery was last year in 2008.
Yes, the 8th one, I had it in Minnesota at the Mayo Clinic, March 2008. Hopefully it will be the last one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now, you were originally, well, you were diagnosed at birth with this rare heart condition. What was it?
They don't actually have a name for it. I mean, they later diagnosed it as Shown syndrome, but I was born in 1980 when they first started cardiac for children in Miami. So the surgeries were very experimental. They went in, they just kind of fixed what they could at the time and kept having to go back in. And it wasn't until much later that they diagnosed it as Shown syndrome, which kind of affects the whole side of your heart. Wow. The arteries, the valves, everything's kind of replaced. But I still have my heart, but it's all worked on, and there's Teflon patches and rebuilt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But now everything's perfect.
Everything is perfect.
Everything's perfect.
And you right before your last surgery, you enlisted the help of your friend Jordan, who's based here in Atlanta, and you said, hey, I want you to document what I've been going through, and especially this next surgery. What was behind all of that?
It was, you know, it was the 8th one, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen if I was going to make it through. You know, the doctors were nervous to go in. The surgeons were scared who was going to do it, who was going to take control. And I just had the concept to pick up a camera and start filming everything that was going on and how I felt, because I had started this nonprofit a little while earlier. And so I went to Jordan and I told him what I wanted to do. And as a film major and working in the film industry, he was like, you know, let's make this a feature film, a project that we can do something with further. So we just kept going. We kept rolling the camera. And it started before surgery, then I took during, after, the move to New York City. Now that I have an album coming out and doing the show tomorrow night and the fundraising event, we've just kept rolling. So now here I am on Good Day Atlanta.
And it seems that laughter is a common thread throughout this documentary.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's called The Tin Man Project.
It is.
Okay.
The Tin Man Project is the name of the documentary.
Yeah, that's a clever name.
It's clever, and Jordan came up with it. He's a clever boy. I couldn't think of something better myself. What can I say?
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about this show that you're doing at the Shakespeare Tavern.
So it's happening tomorrow night.
Okay.
7 o'clock. There's a silent auction. There's a performance. I'm actually having some other friends of mine that are Atlanta-based perform as well in the event. There'll be a live pianist. There'll be a symphony. A couple of singers. It's going to be fabulous.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
And everyone's going to be gorgeous and cute. So if you're single, come, and we'll hook you up with someone.
I'll be there. Okay. Now it's
perfect. You have front row seat reserved.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now it's to benefit the Heart Foundation.
Correct.
Which is an organization that you feel really passionately about.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, when growing up in the hospitals, my mom, you know, didn't have a lot of money. And she basically lived her life in the hospital with me, on the bed and on the, you know, wherever she could sleep. There on a McDonald's house, the side, you know, chair that pulled out to a bed. And we really saw the need of family and laughter in these hospital rooms with their children. And I found when I was in Birmingham at UAB, you know, it's a very low income kind of city and area, and a lot of the families weren't there to support the kids while they were going through these, you know, very invasive procedures. Yeah. And it wasn't, you know, it wasn't something that we found that helped in any way. It kind of made things worse. And so it's something that I've always had in my head, and it was conceptualized through myself and my sister and my mom through the years of just kind of living and seeing the lack of, you know, what it was. So then the Heart Foundation is aiming towards raising funds for family members to stay with their kids while they're having these procedures and surgeries. That's so important,
because how scary for kids to go
so
through that.
Scary.
And you know
it's
better
awful.
than anybody. But you look fantastic.
Thank you.
It sounds like the show's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be.
And I look forward to seeing it.
So tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Shakespeare Tavern.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Barry.
Thank you for having me.
Barry will be performing his one-man show, In My Own Words, tomorrow night at the Atlanta Shakespeare Tavern. For more information, log on to myfoxatlanta.com and click on the Good Day tab. It is